there's also a very small percentage chance that I will be deported.
No way!
I didn't want to admit that to the world, how hard that was. Oh, it won't even, the handle won't even come out.
Welcome to my world.
All right, today we are leaving Denmark and we are traveling 35 hours to the other side of the world. But we've already ran into our first problem. There's a big strike today for public transportation. The metros are shut down. The trains are shut down. We think the buses are still running. Okay, the buses are running, but because they're the only form of public transportation available today, they are very crowded. At least this one is. All right, 22 bus stops later, we have made it to the airport. Not quite as comfortable as the train, but we've made it.
Today, we are flying to Mexico. It has been an absolutely insane year so far.
If we're being honest, we're both a bit exhausted and we have a lot of editing to do. Yes, it is.
Just in the last month, we have been to Iraq, Turkey, Finland, quick trip to India, back to Finland, and now Denmark. So yeah, we're a little tired from the last few weeks, but if we're being completely transparent, we're tired and we're dirty.
It has been over a month since we've washed clothes, which is the longest that we've gone in all of our 3 years of travel. Not only that, but I have been wearing this exact sweatshirt every day since February 4th. That's almost 2 months.
We may or may not have washed our underwear in the shower yesterday.
Basically what we're trying to say is like, we just need some time to get our lives together.
We're not complaining. We've just gone a little harder than usual the last few weeks and it's really showing.
We're just telling you why we're going to. The good news is, it's been cold in all these places, so we haven't sweat a lot, so it doesn't smell too bad.
Could be worse. I even bought perfume yesterday to feel better about myself. And honestly, people ask us all the time, like we'll meet someone for the first time and their first question is, oh, I've always wondered, how do you do laundry?
Just like everybody else does
and
laundry.
I always laugh at that because I'm like, yeah, we stay in Airbnbs that have washing machines, like normal houses. But the last month we have not. We've
been going so hard that laundry has just like fallen all the way down the bottom of the priority list. Probably not where it should be. And that's probably a little TMI. So we needed somewhere to call home base for a few weeks, and normally we would head back to our hometown of Nashville, Tennessee, but if we spend 330 days outside of the US, we end up saving a lot of money on taxes, so we couldn't go back to the US and spend a month there this early in the year.
As much as we would love to.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, the captain, my name is Peter Meewezen. It's now 6 minutes prior to departure time, and as soon as the fueling is finished, we will commence the flight. For now I ask you for a moment of your patience until we show very pleasant flight.
And now we have a 30-minute layover here in Amsterdam before we board our 11-hour flight to New York. But first, a lounge.
There are multiple reasons that we chose Mexico to go to. The first one being it's warm there, thank goodness. The second one is it's cheap, it's nearby, so our friends and family can come and see us, and Nate wants to learn how to surf. Please don't be full. We read the reviews that it was always full and they turned away priority passengers.
I'll give the food in the lounge a 5 out of 10. My salad's looking a little brown around the edges, but the views, they get a 10. Okay, changed my mind. 10 out of 10 on the food because they're stroopwafels. Thank you. We borrowed a couple fruits from the lounge. Here it is. Oh, a lot of people sleeping.
Here we go.
No, not today.
But we are row 16. Could be worse. You'll see why. We decided to book 2 aisle seats on this flight because it was so long, and now we can both get up whenever we want. Now we have 11 hours to New York.
This is from me alone, purser on your flight to New York today. We would like to extend a special welcome to our Flying Blue and Sky team.
7 hours later, we have landed in New York. Our bodies currently think that it is 1:30 in the morning. We have 1 hour to catch our connecting flight, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but we still have to clear customs, recheck our bags, and then go through security one more time, and our flight board's in 10 minutes. Okay, it's final call. Carry us back in security. I'm ready to hold the plane, hopefully. It's not close. Hey, can you hear me? B35, oh, you're much closer. Okay, she said she was gonna hold the plane for you. She was like, do you wanna get on without her? And if it leaves, you'll just leave without her? And I was like, no, I'll stay away. You ran really fast. You're gonna make it.
Just lead us at the end.
That is the most I've ran in months.
Oh my goodness.
Ran the length of the airport. Oh, and the guy at security, he kept like cracking jokes with his friends, going through my stuff, opening the same zippers more than once. I was like,
Because he wasn't paying attention.
I was like, that's the same zipper that you just opened.
Full body sweat right now.
I was like, excuse me.
Bringing the world closer together. One flight.
Smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes, is not allowed on any Delta flight, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a restroom smoke detector.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please bring all seatbacks so they're full and upright locked position. So your
We have just arrived in Los Angeles, and now we have a 10.5-hour layover before our flight takes off tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m.
This is not how I pictured my first time at LAX.
Yeah, you said you're gonna be singing that song.
I'm a fan.
So now we have a decision to make. We have nothing booked.
It's 1 a.m. Flight leaves at like 11 a.m.
Is it worth paying $150 to go sleep in a hotel for probably 6 hours? That's the decision. Can we find a hotel to go sleep in tonight? Around at all the miserable people sleeping on the ground in the airport, and we decided to splurge to get a good night's rest.
Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed all of our airport sleeping on the ground days, but we haven't slept in 22 hours.
This is gonna be really nice. Our bodies think it's 9:30 in the morning right now. Waiting on a shuttle bus to pick us up, hopefully. I still booked the cheapest thing I could find.
But it has a free shuttle.
It's hard to determine how much your sleep is worth. But the guy in front of me on the plane just coughed the entire way here, and I was like, you know, if I go an entire night without sleeping, there's a good chance I'm gonna be sick like the first 3 days we're in Mexico.
Yeah. I ended up cuddling with the lady that sat between us the whole time. There's a lot of seat drama on today's
Oh my goodness.
travel day.
Yeah, not our best.
I do enjoy the aisle though. I miss you.
I moved my knees for 5 hours. Quinta. LAX, that's us. This is so much better than the airport.
I'm so happy. Bedtime. Good night. All right, after a solid 6 hours of sleep, we are back at the airport and we have one last lounge before our last flight to Cabo. Unfortunately, the Priority Pass Lounge doesn't open until 12. But it was a great excuse to talk Nate into getting Starbucks.
May I have your attention at the outbound to Cancun is staging the following passengers.
Thank you.
Last flight, almost there. My Starbucks gave me a bunch of energy.
35 hours later, we have finally arrived in Cabo.
It's warm and sunny.
That hotel last night was such a good decision. I expected to show up here like a zombie. Feeling good.
Yeah, that was the best money we've ever spent.
There's also a very small percentage chance that I will be deported before I make it through customs and immigration. You're supposed to have 2 blank pages in your passport, and I have 1.5. We have officially made it into the country, but it wasn't super easy. First, I got a lecture about needing to add more pages to my passport. I'm honestly just glad that he stamped it and let me into the country. And then we got a random search through all of our bags. I think we're carrying like way too many electronics and cameras to get into Mexico. Thankfully, the lady checking our bag was just like patted around. And
she didn't care at all. I even had an orange in my bag from like Copenhagen. I've had it in my bag forever.
It's a big no-no.
I totally forgot.
But we made it. So now we just have to pick up our rental car, drive an hour north.
We'll finally be at our final destination.
It's looking
pretty bad. Evidence. All right, we've picked up our old rugged rental car, and now we just have an hour drive north to a tiny town called Todos Santos. We're almost there. Cabo is beautiful. We're here!
not too shabby.
Man, it feels good to be in shorts again. It has seriously been weeks since we have seen the sunshine, and I am so happy. And this is our new home for the next few weeks in Mexico. Living area, kitchen, we have an extra bedroom because our friends are meeting us soon. I'm so excited.
So we are gonna be here for the next 3 weeks, but we aren't planning on filming anything. But it's not like there's gonna be like a 3-week gap in our content because we should just be catching up on videos.
You won't even notice.
Hope that makes sense.
This is what we call workationing.
We're going to find some tacos because it's 5 o'clock and I haven't had lunch. No, it's definitely dinner time. It's definitely dinner. Tacos. Leave it, you hear that. Your bag is huge.
Can't reach it. My bag is so stuffed. I can't get this in there.
I hate travel. Don't put that in there. I hate travel. I hate travel. I hate travel. We've come a long way since our early days. I would have never done this.
I'm so happy.
Look how big this cactus is. Really cool. It's like a tree. Cactus tree.
Wow, it feels good to be in shorts again. I can't remember anything I was gonna say after that. This is heavy. Will you take it?
You still holding it?
No.